I decided to take the certification class with Acuity Institute? Well, I'll be honest with you. Acuity Institute wasn't at the top of my list at first because I didn't know about them. I had went to another provider and actually reviewed them, looked up the information because I was specifically looking for an online option. I'm a mom, I have a family, and I didn't want to be put in a situation where I would be taking the certifying to become a black belt and then have to take a week at a time per month to leave and go out of town. So I was specifically looking for an online option that would be suitable for my lifestyle. So I decided to choose this online provider, and I checked out their information, and they said, okay, you need these materials for the class. So the first one in which was this book. This is the Six Sigma Handbook, revised, expanded, very, very thick. So, when I got the book in the mail, like, I was just like, whoa, this is the materials for the class. I mean, this is bigger than some of my engineering books, you know, like my engineering economy book, like a lot of my engineering books. And like, I guess, well, not I guess, what really struck me was, you know, the way the material was presented. Now, I bought this book. I keep this book. You can see this book has been used. I use this book as a reference. But as far as getting the training and learning how to apply the information, I didn't feel like this was the best method for me. I'm a very visual learner, so I didn't want to go through this gigantic book like this. And that's just me. That was my opinion. So after I got the gigantic book, I was like, I need to do another option because I don't want to be taking all day and forever to go through this book because, I mean, you need some time to read it. You know, me, I would rather listen to something or watch a video than to actually go through a book like this. So the alternative was to go through Acuity Institute, and one of the things that I wanted to know is, were they a quality provider? So I did check to see if they were. There's an organization called AICET, and it's basically an international quality course standardization organization that certifies companies for continuing education units. So that was one of the things that I was looking for in whatever provider that I picked, to make sure that they had continuing education units, and that's what Acuity Institute did have. So I was definitely attracted to the fact that they had that. And also one more thing that attracted me too was this. This is my flash drive. All my Six Sigma stuff is on this flash drive. I just put this in my purse. I keep this in my purse. Keep it in my purse. Take it with me to work. Take it with me out to the coffee shop. Wherever I need to go, I just hook this up to my computer, and I've got the entire course basically right here. Not this, carrying this back and forth to and from home. I've got it right here. So, and not only that, other things that they included with that, they really do help you try to give you all the tools to be ready to apply the information as quickly as possible. So there, on this USB drive I've got is 4 gigabytes, which I don't use the 4 gigabytes for this class, but on here I've got my Sigma XL software, and I've got the entire course ebook on here, and I've got a whole zip file of templates, like stakeholder management plan. I've got the 5 whys. I've got the contracts. I've got all the templates, Excel files, everything. Even Sigma XL, the software that they use, the statistical software that I use. You've seen some of the videos on this website. It's on here. Everything is right here. And so it was really easy for me to structure the class like around my schedule. Like I have a little girl and she's in kindergarten now. Um, so when I was taking the course, while she was sleeping, I was working on my class. During my lunch breaks at work, I was working on my class because I can access the information anywhere in the world. It's completely online. Um, and another thing that I like about it, that I will say this, is that there's quality controls put into it, because I've actually taken a lean essentials course from another provider, and the way that they had their course structured, um, it was possible for you to watch the presentations, and then they had a quiz at the end. It was possible for you to get all the quiz answers wrong and still complete the certification. Well, Acuity Institute is not like that in terms of their course. You have to take every single quiz with every single module, and you have to get all the answers correctly before you can move on. And like I said, I've taken other courses where that wasn't built in there. And, when the provider asked me, would I recommend this to my company? I was like, I can't recommend this. One, because there's no guarantee that the people within the organization that know way less about lean than I do, and especially computers, would be able to retain the information, because all the quizzes let you just pass by. You don't even have to complete all the quizzes and get all the answers right. So that was another thing that attracted me to Acuity Institute. Question. So what's the difference between the advanced and the standard level of training? To answer your question, I'll let you know, give you some background. When I took the course was a little different. I think I paid like $5.99 for it to start out, and this was like December 2008, and the demand has increased, for the course. But they have consolidated the levels of certification in recent months. So there's standard and then there's advanced. The difference between the standard and the advanced is standard now includes the simulated project certification. Okay, that's baseline. Everybody gets that. When I took it, I took basic, which didn't have the simulated certification. Now standard, everybody gets the simulated project certification ability. Advanced is if you have your own project. Okay, so that's if I'm working at Kraft Foods or something, and I have permission to work on a Six Sigma project within the plant, or and I have a sponsor. So that is if you have your own external project that you want to be reviewed by the review panel. And these are black belts, master black belts, many of which work for GE, that would help you and be able to certify your project. Because what happens a lot of times, and I see this in the forums all the time, is a lot of people does get signed up for a company to do their project, and then they end up not getting any help from then on out, because the people that are in the company are working on other things, so they kind of get pushed to the back burner. So Acuity Institute has solved that problem by having the SIMCO, Simulated Project Certification. And what that is, Simulated Project Certification, is you go ahead and take the course, and then they basically ask you, like, how would you respond to this situation? So you would take your PowerPoint slides and you submit it to the instructors and a review board, and they'll look it over for you to make sure it's correct, that you came to the correct conclusion. So that's how that process works. So to answer your question, the big difference between standard and advanced certification levels for Acuity Institute, green belt or black belt, is the ability to get certification for your own independent project. Complete your green belt certification before you start your black belt certification. The answer is no. You do not need to complete your green belt certification before you do your black belt. Because the way that the black belt certification is structured, it includes all the lower levels of training. So everything that a green belt would learn is included in the black belt package. So for example, with Acuity Institute, the green belt certification has 8 continuing education units. Well, the black belt certification has 12. Well, you're going to get all that information, all the green belt information, plus the black belt information into one package. So to answer your question, no, you do not have to complete green belt certification before you do black belt certification. Are there any work experience requirements? With Acuity Institute, no. Unlike ASQ or the American Society of Quality, there are no work experience requirements. And to me, that just makes sense because I think that it shouldn't matter. Like, I wish I would have had this training like straight out of school, because I wouldn't have made some of the mistakes that I did, not understand lean principles or Six Sigma principles, or understanding how to apply the lean tools outside of an academic setting. So there's no work experience requirements, and that's one of the reasons why I took that